Hello and welcome to this brief overview of the remarkable archive owned by Battle of Britain International Limited. To get an understanding of how the company has compiled this archive, it's necessary first to talk about its two publishing activities, both of which focus mainly on World War II. After the Battle is a quarterly consumer magazine. It's been established for nearly 50 years and so its 200th issue is fast approaching. After the Battle is also the name of the imprint the company uses for its book publishing activity. So far the company has published 79 books, and they're books of a very high quality. Books of a quality that commands a retail price typically in the region £35 to £65. In both books and magazines, the company adopts a then and now approach, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. The company's mission is to bring history to life by revisiting the exact locations where historic events took place and telling the story using the now renowned then and now format. Everything the company publishes is backed up by in-depth research and meticulous analysis. In a way, the books and magazines are as much an academic publication as they are a consumer publication. Extremely high editorial standards and genuine integrity run through everything the company publishes. And it's important to understand this. Why? Because those values have been key to the company being able to build up a quite remarkable archive. So let's take a look at some parts of that archive now. Heinrich Hoffmann was Hitler's personal photographer from the late 20s until the end of the war. This therefore covers a period when he was right by Hitler's side during events which range from historically important events down to mundane domesticity. When Hoffmann was taken into custody in 1945, his 35mm negatives were seized by the US. Before they were returned to the Hoffmann family though, Battle of Britain International Limited was able to purchase 15 reels of negatives amounting to some 17,000 images. The company does not know of any other commercial business that has a similar copy of these photographs. The images contained in the archive were essential to establishing the exact location of the now well-known Hitler bunker. This was first published by the company in 2002, as were many other sites Hitler toured during that time. These black and white photographs are from our Hoffmann archive. The colour shots show the same scenes today. This is how the company achieves the then and now comparison. Over the last 47 years, Battle of Britain International Limited has built up an archive of approximately 80,000 photographs, many of them matched to present-day comparisons. In a recent publication, The V Weapons Then and Now, the archive was used extensively to pinpoint the exact location of each strike, show the devastation caused using historic photographs, list the casualties and show the same location as it appears today. The company has a large number of original wartime military maps covering Western Europe, as well as digital copies of many First World War maps. They are essential to be able to plot military map references, and the company's editorial standards would accept nothing less than pinpoint accuracy. Battle of Britain's map collection also includes some originals of the very rare top secret Bigot maps produced for the Normandy invasion. War is brutal, and so it is no surprise that the archive contains items that demand a responsible custodian. For example, the diary and identity card of Johann Reichardt, the Third Reich's official executioner. Individual files cover more than 800 stories and features which have been researched in detail since 1973. Each has its own file containing high quality material, both the published and the unpublished. Battle of Britain's meticulous research unearthed so much high quality material that it's often been difficult to decide what should be published and what should simply be filed for future publication. Earlier I mentioned the company's mission. By faithfully following that mission, the company has acquired a reputation for integrity. And because of that, when owners of smaller archives have decided to sell, they have often viewed Battle of Britain International Limited as the preferred home for their archives. And so, over the years, the company has purchased other archives, later transferring them to prestigious custodians such as the Imperial War Museum or the Canadian-based Archive of Modern Conflict, whilst having first retained the most useful material for future projects within Battle of Britain International Limited. One such collection covers hundreds of personal photographs of fallen heroes of the three armed services and press photographs of servicemen after having received awards at Buckingham Palace. None of this material has been published before. In closing, the After the Battle archive can be used in many ways. It can be used, for example, to restore a Messerschmitt engine. More commercially though, it can be used to produce future publications, documentaries, apps or other digital medium. These could be either content specific, such as tanks at war, aviation stories, or they could be geographically orientated, Italy at war perhaps, or France at war. I hope you agree with me that this is a fascinating and totally unique archive.